Good morning. Welcome to Winnipeg. Now, I was being careful not to take a really big sip of this coffee. And the reason being is that at around mid-morning, well, how many of you recognize this jug? You know what this means. Well, it means that I drank half of it last night and the other half I drank this morning. Yep. And so, yeah, I'm going into the hospital at scheduled for 10 o'clock for a colonoscopy this morning. So this is going to really throw a monkey wrench into the model ship today. But I just wanted to get going a little bit. I don't think there's anything really I can do here. I got to get myself in readiness, you might say. And and also today, later this afternoon, sometime after 2 o'clock, the bike is scheduled to be delivered. So it's all happening at the same time here. Yeah, I guess you might say Murphy's Law. And I was outside a while ago, and I was talking to my neighbor, and I was telling him that I wouldn't be here for when Missy comes by. And so I noticed it was starting to rain. Now the good news is, if there is such, if you can have good news on a day like this, well, the good news is that they deliver the bike in an enclosed vehicle. So I don't need to worry about it getting all mucked up on the road should it be raining when JR comes by later. And if it's raining really hard, I think the deal is they're going to cancel. We'll just have to see how it goes. It's Murphy's Law. Sometimes it's nice, sometimes it isn't. Okay. I don't know what else I can do here today. I did get a couple of interesting comments, though, from two different viewers who made the suggestion that when I was painting these parts here, and I had like the wheels were attached to the part, what I should have done is taken a piece of paper, cut a little slit in it, and slid it underneath the wheel, and then it, the paper would have acted sort of like masking tape, and would have helped to protect the part. I still haven't touched up this. I think it was this one here. Actually, there's a couple of them that I accidentally got red paint on the gray. It's so slight that I can't even see it. But when you're looking up close with the macro lens, you see everything. I don't. There is not going to be a sunrise to show you at the end of today's episode because there was a tiny glow in the sky when I first got up around 5 o'clock this morning, but it just sort of died out. Right about now is when the walkers usually come by, so I don't know. Yeah, they're usually coming by right this minute. So whether they've come already, I don't know. I'll try and catch that. Like I say, it's going to be a very disjointed, gimpy episode. Yeah, I think probably the next time I talk to you, it'll probably be in the afternoon. All being well, we'll see how it goes. Okay, yeah. We won't say bye for now yet, but we're going to cut this particular shot off, and yeah, I can't think of anything I want to show you. I just wanted to mention about the paper under the wheel, and that was about it. Then I guess the thing to do is after I touch up places like on this one here, for instance, where the tweezer is hanging onto it. Well, naturally, it's not painted there, so I got to do that kind of touch-up. And then we try and fasten these little pieces down. There's so many of them, you wonder, where can they all go? But, yeah, I guess they will. Okay. I'm back. Yeah. Okay. There's a saying, it never rains but it pours. Well, it's raining a little bit. I was just outside a while ago. And seems to me I said that a few hours ago, didn't I? Yeah, no, it was kind of drizzling, so I don't know what's going to happen. But, it never rains, but it pours. Got a call about half an hour ago from the people that are repairing my scooter, the ignition key problem. And he said he wants to deliver it this afternoon. He doesn't have an enclosed trailer, so he said he'll wrap it up. So I'm hoping that it's not raining hard when he delivers it. I'm expecting him here any minute, actually. Now, I talked to JR on the phone to let him know that I was back, and he's going to be here between 2 and 4 this afternoon, all being well, with the new bike. And I asked him, I said, do you mind if I video you? And, like I told him I wear my GoPro on my helmet, and he said he had no problem with that. And, my scooter is here right now, just as we speak. Okay, I'm going to have to click stop here. I'm going to try and do as much today as far as the video goes, but it's probably going to have very little with the model ship. So I'm sorry, folks. Now, if you remember, it was about a month ago or so that Tegan Linnell came by and he picked the scooter up and took it to WSL and said there wouldn't be any charge, and he was true to his word. He didn't want to take anything for picking it up or dropping it off. Now, I do imagine that Honda Canada does reimburse them for the warranty work. Well, naturally. That's what a warranty's all about, right? Anyway, it's working fine. Yeah, thanks, Tegan. Great service. Okay, what were we doing here? It sure was not modeling, was it? Okay, got the scooter back. Next hurdle is get the Rebel in the box. The weather doesn't look too good. Did I say that? I was at the insurance place this morning picking up license plates, and when I was there, I asked the guy. Just a moment. I asked the guy. I said, "How much would it cost me to insure the scooter just for short period?" And so it turns out it's less than $2 a day, and it's prorated daily, so I could just insure it for 30 days or whatever. And I'm thinking that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go out on the scooter for a while. I know at the end of last summer, when I was, or maybe even halfway through it, I was on that scooter and I was thinking, it was all sort of coming back to me, you might say. And I was thinking, I don't need this little piddly scooter. But now I've never ridden the Rebel. I haven't ridden the scooter. All I've been on is the e-bike for the last, when was the first time I went out? A couple of months ago when the weather was sort of getting a little milder. Anyway, yeah, but that's the only, you might say, recent experience I've had on anything that has a real motor. So I'm thinking maybe what I should do is, as much as I want to get out on the Rebel right away, and I did pick up the license plate for it this morning. That's why I was in the insurance place. And it wasn't as much as I thought it was going to be. It was actually considerably less than half of what I thought it was going to be. And it's insured for the full year. And then, say, the beginning of November, I decide I'm not going to use it. I go back into the insurance place and they give you a sort of a rebate or something like that, and then they just charge you storage insurance, that kind of thing. Well, that makes sense. Anyway, so I got to get my GoPro adjusted here so that when JR comes, I asked him if he minds if I video him. I think I was starting to tell you that. And he was saying that no, he didn't care. So that you'll probably get to see. It may not be in a model ship episode. I'm planning on starting another, you might call it kind of a series Like we've got the e-bike Winnipeg series going on. That'll keep going. I'm thinking of maybe calling it, I don't know, Honda Rebel Winnipeg or something like that. I don't know. Anyway, I like my titles to all be consistent, and I like my theme song to be consistent. I don't like change. That's the way I am. So whatever it's going to be, it'll probably be for a while. Hopefully for a while. Because if it's not for a while, that means that something bad happened. And every time I see a vehicle go by, I think, is that my new bike coming? Anyway, yeah, I'm a little bit excited here. I gotta get this ready to go. What I would like to do though, maybe today, if possible. What time we got here? Yeah, he's not going to be here for half an hour at least. I'd like to try that idea with cutting a slit in a piece of paper and slipping it underneath one of those wheels, because there are going to be more of these kind of things that we have to make, and I think that's a really good idea. I was, the best idea would be, oh no, you know what? I'm not gonna paint the wheels when they're fastened onto the part, unless I forget again. I'm gonna paint the wheels first and then glue them on, the way I did on the other module. So that's the smart way to go. Anyway, what are we gonna do here? Let's just for the fun of it, recompose and see, how it would work if I could find one here that the wheel is almost right down against the part, and there's hardly any clearance. Those would be the ones that would be difficult. But let's just recompose and try that. Then at least we did something model related. Now I don't know how it is where you live, but here in Winnipeg, probably all of Canada, they'll ask you when you go for your colonoscopy, who's driving you home? Well, if you tell them that you drove yourself there and you're going to drive yourself back, that means you don't get the anesthetic. So I didn't get the anesthetic. I've had about 5 or 6 of these colonoscopies, and I've only had the anesthetic once, the first time. And at that time, I don't think they were too strict, because if I remember right, I took the bus home. In fact, I know I took the bus home. Anyway, yeah, so right now at this moment, I'm feeling kind of, it's not painful, it's just extremely uncomfortable. And I told the doctor, I'm sort of getting to know him now, and he's getting to know me because he's seen me so many times. I was telling him that it's the anticipation of a sharp pain that is the hard part. Yeah. Okay, enough about that. Let's stick on our macro lens here and cut a little piece of paper and try that out. Okay, so yeah, obviously we can't slide it in there because we've got the shaft to contend with. So let's just make a little slit here. I don't think it necessarily has to be straight or anything. It doesn't have to go back very far either. And can we get this to go around it now? Maybe what I should do is just widen that just a little bit. Yeah, you can see there. If I can pick up my scissors again, that is. Okay. Let's just widen that into sort of like a little V. There we go. Okay, it should go now. And all it has to do is get underneath the entire wheel, which is basically what it's doing there. Okay, now it's completely covering the gray part. So if we were to get it on there, I'm wondering if cereal box waxed paper would be actually better, because then if you did get it on it, it wouldn't have a tendency to. Anyway, you get the idea. I think that's a good idea. To those two viewers, I can't remember their names right now. There's both of them, so there's no use mentioning just one because the other guy's going to feel kind of left out. So to you guys, thanks for the suggestion. It was a good idea. And if I ever stupidly put the wheels on without painting them first, well, then I'll think of the paper thing. Maybe. Okay, I'm going to call her quits here for this afternoon, folks. So I want to thank you all for watching and putting up with me and my exuberant excitement here today. Yeah, we'll see you tomorrow.